Hello and welcome back to my channel. Um today's video we are going to be making bikini bottoms. My previous video we saw how to make the bikini tops and how to attach the strings, so please check the videos out if you haven't watched them. So this time we're going to look at how to crochet bikini bottoms, just something like this. So when you're starting off, we start off at this point at the center. So that is what I'm going to do. This is also just around 3 inches. That means I still chain 12. So I'm going to start off with a chain of 12. Just start. So if you do not know how to start off a chain, I have a video on crocheting basics, how you can start. If you're a beginner and you want to know all the basic stitches, you can check them out in my video. So all you need to do is chain 12. So this is 3, 4, sorry, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is 12. So those are 12 stitches. I've made a chain of 12. So from here you hold just where you've ended, and then you end up, you continue and chain more 2. These are going to act as our first stitch, so we don't count them as the chain. They're acting as the first stitch for the half double crochet that we're going to make. So you go back where you're holding, where you had stopped earlier at the 12th chain. So you go down there and make a half double crochet. If you don't know what a half double crochet, you can check out my beginner video. So you keep making half double crochets into each chain that we've made until you reach to the end of the chain. So you just keep doing that, yarn over. What you do is you yarn over, go through this, yarn over. So you have 3 loops on your hook, then you yarn over and pull through. So that is what I'm going to keep doing to the end of the chain, and we shall meet at the end of this chain. So I've reached the end of the chain. So what we get to do now is chain 2 and then you turn. So you keep doing that. You go ahead with your half double crochets until you reach the other end of the chain. So, and when you reach the end of the chain, you still chain 2 and turn. So I'm saying we are going to make half double crochets to this end. When we reach here, still chain 2 and then turn. And by doing this, we are trying to achieve this whole bottom. So with these bottoms, there's a part where we have just a straight line, and then it keeps increasing later. So first of all, we are making that straight line, and I think it's a maximum of 10 rows from the center to this side. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These ones are 8 to this end, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, still 8. So we're going to first of all make the 8, and then I'll meet you after we've made the 8 chains, and I'll show you how to increase to this part. Then I'll also show you how to come back to this side. So let's just first make 8 equal. Just keep doing the same thing until you have 8 rows. Crochet to the end, half double crochet, then chain 2, half double crochet, chain 2 until you have 8. Let me just make this, finish this also, that you can see what I am saying. So when you get to the end here, you still go into the last one. You want to make sure you get both the loops. So you go in, and when you're done, still chain 1, 2 for the half double crochet, turn your work and continue with your half double crochets. So this would be my third row, the first one, the second, and this is the third row. So we keep doing that until we have 8 rows, and I'll meet you back when we have 8 rows. So yeah, I just have 2 stitches remaining on my 8th row. Let me hope you've also reached the 8th row so that we can continue. So this is what we have: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So from here we need to now start on the increasing part. We need to start increasing. So to increase, first of all, you still chain 2 and turn. But then in this first stitch, we are going to have a half double crochet like we've been doing, but we are going to also have another half double crochet in the same stitch. So we are having 2 half double crochets in the same stitch here at the beginning, and then you have 1 in the rest of the stitches towards the end. So this is what we have, and then still the same thing in the last stitch. You'll have 2 half double crochets. So you're having 2 half double crochets at the beginning and at the end in one stitch. So I have 2 double crochets in that, so it is going to keep increasing. So after that, you still chain 2, turn your work, and in the first stitch we still have 2 half double crochets, 1 and 2. So you have 2, and then for the rest you have 1 in each, and half double crochet in each of these stitches. So when you come towards the end, first go into this, have 1, and then in this last stitch we are still going to have 2. So this is 1, 2 in the same stitch, 2 half double crochets. So that is what we are going to keep doing until you reach, your desired length. For example, for this case it is let me see, 1, 2, so after these are the first 8, then we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. We had 17 increasing rows for the front side of our bikini. 17 increasing rows. So you can crochet this according to your needs and how you want it to be, how big you would like it to be, how far you want it to go, or whatever. So this is just like this is how my bikini is. So it depends on how you want it to be. And you can also have more coverage here. So if you want more coverage here, that means where we started and we had just 12 inches, you crochet more depending on your needs. This is just for the small, the size extra small, and it's just having some little coverage. It's not having all over. So if you want more coverage, you can always crochet more, something wider, and when you're increasing, still wider and more. And yeah, so we are going to crochet until we have 17 inches this side, and then I'll show you how to crochet the back, the second part. So I'll just show you how to do this one more time. We put 2 here in the first one, go in with 1 for these others, 1 half double crochet. Once again, if you do not know what a half double crochet, we just yarn over, go through this, yarn over, and pull through all 3. However, I have a video on that, basics of crocheting for beginners. You can check it out. See how you're supposed to do this. Still going in with 1 half double crochet through this. Then when you come to the end, the last stitch, you go in with 2 half double crochets to provide for that increase. So we have 2, and as you can see, it is already increasing. So that is what we are going to keep doing for 17 rows. So I'll meet you back when we are done with the 17. So here we are, finishing off our 17th row. Just finish this off, and so this is what it looks like. This is what it looks like. So what I'm going to do now, before we can actually come to this end, we need to have a string at the end of this. So I'm going to first chain that, so that I don't cut off my yarn then come back later. So I'm going to just continue with a chain, and here you can make depending on how long you want your string to be. So I'll not tell you that make this number of chains, that is up to you. So I'm going to chain until I reach my desired length. You should be able to tie around your waist, because we are not joining this part, so we're just using these strings so that it can be adjustable. So you go ahead and make this, and I'm going to meet you at the end of my chain. This is what I have. Me, this is just enough. And so what I do now after I've chained this, because you need to make it stronger, and you know so, and to avoid, I'm trying to avoid cutting my yarn, so I'm going to just go back slip stitching into each of these until I get back to this side. So with slip stitching, I'm going to just go into this yarn over pull, and then I just use that very thing to pull through here. So you go in, use this, and do that. That is slip stitching. So that is what we are going to do until we get to the end of our chain. And not just the chain. When you reach here, you continue slip stitching to this end, and then you make another chain this side to make the second string. So slip stitching, I said you just go into this yarn over, then pull through, and then use this very one to pull through. So I'll meet you back at the end of all this after we have our two strings, and this will be in my next video. We shall come back with these two strings done, and I'll be showing you how to actually make the other side of the bottoms. Yes, how to make this other side. So please make sure you subscribe so that you don't miss out on that video. Thank you for watching. Bye.